What's up, everybody? Steve at Martin's Custom Baits. So I wanted to hop on here real quick and do a little video to talk to you guys about the original Nomadic Finesse jig in the 1/8 ounce size. We added the 1/8 ounce size last year, a little bit later in the year, just by popular demand. I had a lot of guys asking me over time, like, hey, can you make this down to an 1/8 ounce size? We really love it. We want to use it for this, this, and this. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the ins and outs and why, tips and rigging with that as well. So right now it's early spring up in Connecticut, and up in the Northeast, that hair jig bite is starting to really kick off. This is a great way to replace a hair jig in shallow water. So the nice thing with the 1/8 ounce size is you really have that fine cut silicone skirt, and that fine cut silicone doesn't really plume out like regular silicone does. It kind of lays out naturally and maybe flutters a little in the water, but there's not a lot of movement behind it. So with that 1/8 ounce size, you get a lot of natural look like that. The 1/8 ounce size has the same components as the original Nomadic Finesse jig. You have that nice light wire hook, keeper wire for your bait, and that Finesse weed guard on here. This is a great jig size for a spinning rod. So let me show you a few different ways I have them rigged, and maybe this will help you guys catch some more fish this spring. So starting with a green pumpkin color right here. This is a green pumpkin 1/8 ounce Nomadic Finesse jig. I have this on an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader to 12-pound braid on a spinning rod. This right here has a Max Scent little trooper in there, PB&J color. This is just a great way to slow down and cast fishing like rock piles, shallow water. That's a really, really nice way to fish this jig slow, to set that thing up. That's one of my favorites. And then I also have the green pumpkin 1/8 ounce Nomadic Finesse jig rigged with a 2.8 on the back of it. So that swim bait really allows this to be like an ultra finesse swim jig. You can cover a little bit more water with it and just give the fish a different look, especially if they're on like a bluegill bite early spring. This is a great way to finesse them up with it. And you can drag it on the bottom just like a jig as well, or you can swim it. So gives you a couple different nice options with this. And last but not least, one of my favorite ways to rig this right here. This is the natural craw color, little green pumpkin and brown. But I have a black TRD on the back of this, the yoga pants color, I believe it's called. And what's really nice about that is if you're going to slow down and fish really, really slow to kind of more mimic a hair jig this time of year, like on shallow rock piles and whatnot, when this jig hits the bottom, it's really going to help sit right up because of the buoyancy of that TRD. And it just looks super natural in the water. It kind of helps mimic that larvae hatch this time of year. So a few different options for you with the 1/8 ounce size Nomadic Finesse jig. Give them a shot. You'll definitely get a lot more bites in the spring with a presentation like this. It's definitely a unique way to try to finesse up these fish. So check them out on our website. We also have them in a bunch of stores as well. And hope this helps you all. Thank you.